Question number 11. Choose the correct statement among the following. According to Kepler's third law, t square is k into r cube and k is given as k is 4 pi square over gm, where the symbol have the usual meanings. Second option, at equator the value of g is always more than that at the poles. The time period of polar satellite is this one and binding energy is given by this relation. Now see, the first relation is okay, that t square is r cube and the formula comes to be t square is equal to 4 pi square over gm into r cube. So this is a correct relation. And discuss other also. At the equator, the value of g is always more than this. This is incorrect. Reverse is the true. The time period of polar satellite may be any time. It's not essentially 12 hours. And binding energy, this formula is also the wrong formula. So gmm by 2r of the orbit satellite. So this question is the first one, which is true option. The question number 12 is two particles, each of mass m, go around a circle of radius r under the action of their mutual gravitational attraction. The speed of each particle. Now see, this is a circular orbit. Now on this circular orbit, now what is happening? These two, the particles should always be diametrically opposite. This is m, and they're moving on the circular orbit with certain speed v, and it's given that r is the radius. So it's only the gravitational force that is equal to gmm divided by 2r square, that is providing the centripetal force, and to move it on the orbit this should be equal to mv square by r. So m cancel with m, so v is equal to gm divided by 4r and whole root. And look at the option is gm upon 4r is the third option. So answer to this question is 3. Question number 13 is Young's modulus of the material of the wire is given. If the elongation strain is 2%, then the energy stored per unit volume in the wire. That is, student, energy stored per unit volume, energy density is equal to 1 by 2 into Young's modulus into strain square. So 1 by 2 and Young's modulus is given 4 into 10 is power 9 and the strain is 2%, that is 2 by 100 whole square. So this is 1 by 2 into 4 into 10 is power 9 into 4 divided by 10 is power 4. So this is equal to 8 into 10 is power 5 joule per meter cube. And look at the options. The option second is 8 into 10 is power 5 joule per meter cube. So answer to this question is the second option. Question number 14 is the increase in pressure required to decrease the 400 liter volume of a liquid by 0.001% is the bulk modulus is given. Now the pressure is equal to the bulk modulus into the volumetrical strain. Now what should the pressure? It's given delta V by V into 100 and that is given equal to 0.001. So delta V by V is equal to 0.001 divided by 100. Now you have to find out the pressure. So P is equal to bulk modulus, and bulk modulus is given 2.1 10 is power 9 multiply by 0.001 divided by 100 and you solve it. This comes to be 21 into 10 is power 3 Pascal, and which is equal to 21 kilopascal. And let's see the option. The fourth option is 21 kilopascal. Therefore the answer to this question is 4. The question number 15 is a cube of side 5 centimeter has its upper surface displaced by 0.01 centimeter by a tangential force of 10 kilonewton. Then the modulus of rigidity of the cube. Okay. Now this was the cube with the side length of 5 centimeter and we are applying a tangential force in this direction. So due to the force, this surface get displaced. And if it moves to a certain distance, you know that the force per unit area is equal to the modulus of rigidity into strain, which is equal to x by L. X is the displacement and L is the face length. And the force is given 10 kilonewton. So 10 into 10 is power 3. And area is, the face area is 5 into 5 into 10 is power minus 4 is equal to G. You have to calculate. And what is this? The x is given 0.01 divided by 5. By the dimension it will cancel out, so we can find the value of g. So g is equal to 10 into 10 to the power 3 into 5 divided by 0.01 into 25 into 10 to the power minus 4. So the value of the g comes to be 2 into 10 to the power 9 Newton per meter square, and this is the first option, 2 into 10 to the power 9 Newton per meter square. So answer is 1.